Introducing Allison Walker, a simple street cop serving with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office in the vibrant city of Augusta, Georgia. With ambitions to climb the ranks, Allison isn't afraid to go the extra mile to catch the eye of the command staff. She's willing to do whatever it takes, including cozying up to those in power, and her efforts pay off when she secures a coveted promotion. But fate takes an unexpected turn when Allison finds herself temporarily assigned to a patrol car equipped with a fully operational dash cam. Unbeknownst to her, her clandestine rendezvous with Captain Brandon Beckman behind the deserted walls of the Regency Mall is captured on the dash cam. From casual chats to discussing professional matters and her excitement to be promoted. As Allison eagerly anticipates her swearing-in ceremony for the new promotion, she's blindsided by the realization that Captain Beckman holds all the cards. From the choice of her official vehicle to intimate details of her upcoming ceremony, it becomes clear that Allison's fate lies in Beckman's hands. Join us as we delve into the gripping saga of Allison Walker and Brandon Beckman's downfall, beginning with a revealing glimpse into the trimmed-down dashcam footage. The full raw dashcam download links below. Then witness the riveting proceedings of Allison's hearing before the Augusta, Georgia Merit Board, where her fate hangs in the balance. This is just the beginning of an enthralling series filled with twists, turns, and shocking revelations. Don't miss out on the next chapter. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. And for those who want to support more exclusive content like this, consider becoming a member. Remember, it's crucial to document your interactions with all public servants, not just police. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and join us on this electrifying journey into the heart of law enforcement intrigue.
Dispatch, can you show me on a traffic stop on Woodley Spring Road and Railroad Avenue?
Go ahead, 990.
Took me out with a red Dodge Dakota, Georgia plate, Adam Jack Whiskey 2980 AJW 9380. Failure to maintain lane.
10-4. Says 8301. See me around the 3416 Mount Padgett Highway, Super Planet reference to a past crash.
So the car that you're supposed to get is a 2013. It's in Savannah.
Why?
Just Pastor Daddy gave it to Lauren to drive to Savannah for school, so we won't have it back till next week.
But do I get that car?
You will get that car. Right now you have a 2012. Okay, it says black. It's not black. It's dark gray. It's charcoal. It's at the end of the line. It's actually clean inside.
What line?
So you know where 400 is?
Yeah.
You know where all those Impalas are parked all right there together? You never pay attention to your left across from
It's
Red
always
Lobster.
dark when I go down.
Well, then go during the day.
I'll be down there during the day tomorrow.
So it's actually in really good shape. So
Why didn't Lauren drive her truck?
it's diesel. It takes a lot of gas. I have to do that. It's expensive as shit. It's like
But I get that car though. And it's in good condition. I gotta clean this thing out tomorrow. We all have an 8 tonight instead of 12. Well, first it was to 10, but now I'm at ask, like we're on an 8 instead.
so if you need to, you can drop some stuff off in the car down there.
Oh, I was told to give this to you. C41 at a 1088 going down Old Beach Orchard. The white Honda Accord.
I'm glad you're happy. That's good.
I'm on here cheesing all day.
No, that's what Scott said. She's already checked out.
Oh my god, you should have heard Daddy. Oh my god, Daddy. He just tells his son. He's like, really? No way. He's like, I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh. Like, you sound like he's about to cry. I can't wait till I finish SEO and then he's there. Oh my gosh, that is gonna be the best. Walter McNeil texted me. Bill Walker texted me. Everybody was like, congratulations. I'm gonna sit down. Do you have to leave? Okay. I'm excited. Oh my goodness.
She's advising it appears somebody came into the apartment through the sliding door, but the door is locked.
No, come back over.
There's one there. We'll be around.
So basically today, nobody can tell you anything, right?
What?
Nobody can tell you anything.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
So, what am I doing crime scene?
You're not doing drugs.
I know that. Let's make sure I don't.
We'll figure this out.
Okay, because I have my photo shoot this month, and it's on a day I'm off. I'm gonna have to reschedule my dentist appointment because I have a dentist appointment next week at 8 in the morning. Text me.
Glad you're happy, finally.
I lost the keys.
Huh?
What? Oh, I found them. They're in my cup holder. 7:17. So I'm an investigator now. Yay! Investigator Walker. Freeze, motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
Good morning. My name is Allison Walker. We are here today because of my actions where I compromised my integrity by not being forthcoming. For you to have a better understanding of why I compromised my integrity, I need to explain to you what happened to me as a recruit at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. About 4 years ago, while at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office as a recruit, I was sexually assaulted by a Richmond County Sheriff's Office supervisor. The assault took place at the Sheriff's Office. I could not believe what just had happened. The supervisor, without any hesitation, with full confidence, proceeded to threaten me when he told me that he would have my career if I reported the assault. The supervisor told me I would never get promoted or go to any schools. I was terrified because I knew he knew where I lived. After the assault occurred, I ran out of the office crying. I left with the trauma memory of a supervisor sexually assaulted me and ordering me not to tell the truth, or else. While in the police academy, the supervisor continued to threaten me. For example, he would tell me that he owned me and reminded me that he controlled my career. His actions and influence caused me to struggle with firearms while in the academy, so an instructor started helping me with my marksmanship. And out of nowhere, the instructor stopped, giving no explanation as to why they couldn't help me anymore. I later found out that the supervisor that sexually assaulted me made the instructor stop helping me, which caused me to fail firearms portion of the police academy. After that, I had to seek outside help with firearms and drive an hour away to practice. I recall while in the academy, the supervisor would harass me by calling my phone on several occasions and would get mad at me for not answering. I found myself in a position to have to lie because of his unwelcome advances and fear of retaliation. So I would make excuses and place my phone on airplane mode to call him back and act like it wouldn't go through. The supervisor that assaulted me made constant threats to my career and always reminded me he owned me. He even used his relationship with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office colonel, who he said was like a father to him, as a weapon and as means to intimidate me. He stated that his relationship with the colonel allowed him to do whatever he wanted. After I graduated from the academy and FTO program, he got demoted for reasons that are similar in nature and should be considered in my field. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office supervisor, by sexually assaulting me and threatening, ordering me not to be truthful, would come back to haunt my career. Over a year ago, Richmond County Sheriff's Office Captain Beckman started texting me after I interviewed for criminal investigation divisions. I thought it was weird and it made me uncomfortable at first. I asked someone if they thought it was weird because it made me a little uncomfortable, and they said, no, it's good that he's showing interest in you. He's just like that because he is on the spectrum. There were times where Captain Beckman would send me messages that made me uncomfortable, so I wouldn't respond, which led him to message me from his secondary phone. On one occasion, Captain Beckman drove by my residence because I wouldn't message him. He messaged me saying, I drove by your place and your car wasn't there. Captain Beckman would flip it around on me when I would tell him he was making me uncomfortable. Suddenly, the trauma from my past sexual assault by a Richmond County Sheriff's Office supervisor resurfaced. And all I could think about was my career and my chances of being promoted to CID were at risk. That another supervisor had control over me in my career. I didn't know what to do. After taking the investigator test 3 times and having 2 interviews, I was finally promoted to CID, and Captain Beckman was my supervisor. While in CID, I felt like my FTO made my life hell. I could only think that Captain Beckman was the cause of it. I ended up going to my immediate supervisor about my FTO, which again, the trauma from sexual assault resurfaced. I received a call from Internal Affairs to come to the office. I've never been in trouble before, so I called Captain Beckman, asked if he heard anything. He advised me he had it and proceeded to order me not to tell the truth, if it was about him and I. After I got off the phone with him, I started crying and experienced a panic attack because once again, the trauma from the past, which I was never treated for, has shown its ugly face again. I knew better than to lie and would never compromise my integrity if it wasn't for the fact that my first experience as a member of the Richmond County Sheriff's Office as a recruit was to be sexually assaulted by a supervisor who then ordered me not to say anything, in other words, to not tell the truth. Doing so would cost my career. Yes, it is true that I was not truthful to Internal Affairs in the beginning. Why did I lie? Because I feared my career and once again ordered by a supervisor to not tell the truth, just like how my career started with Richmond County Sheriff's Office. I feared that if I told the truth, my career in life would be disrupted by Captain Beckman. But this went against my integrity, so after the second interview, I called Internal Affairs crying, saying I can't do this anymore, and I wanted to tell them the truth, but I hung up the phone. My integrity and my career are everything to me, and I was not going to let or allow my past and current trauma to control me. On the 3rd interview, I finally told the truth because it was eating me alive. Internal Affairs told me since I told the truth, I was going to be fine. That following Tuesday, I was terminated. I take full responsibilities for my actions. I hope you take in consideration my personal file, which shows no history of untruthfulness or of disciplinary issues, not even one disciplinary issue or action while employed as a deputy with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. You're probably asking yourself, why didn't she report the assault if it really happened? And I can't really give you an answer. I can only think of the many women, children, and men that the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, along with other countless law enforcement agencies across the state of Georgia and United States, were victims of sexual assault or domestic violence and either hesitate or never reported those incidents. I guess fear of retaliation or not being believed and even embarrassment. If it wasn't for the sexual assault, I would never compromise my integrity. I'm asking for help as a sexual assault victim while employed as a deputy for the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. I know I need counseling and other resources that would help me heal and cope with my trauma. I would also like to be considered other remedies than termination, which confirms the threats by those who victimize me. Thank you for your time and your consideration. And then I have a text message of him admitting not to tell me the truth.
All right, I'm Sergeant Perry, and I'm with Sergeant Caleb Lee and Investigator Allison Walker. In Internal Affairs, it's August the 24th, 2023 at 3:34 p.m. And I always write down the time because I don't like to go back and listen. All right, before we get into it, I'm going to read you what's called the Garrity warning, okay? Mm-hmm. And then I'll give you the form and let you review it, and you can ask any questions that you want. It says, and I'm going to read it just how it's written. It says, I, Allison Walker, am being questioned as part of an investigation by this agency into potential violations of department rules and regulations or for my fitness for duty. No answer given by me, nor evidence derived from the answer, may be used against me in any criminal proceeding except perjury or false swearing. I understand that I must now answer questions specifically, directly, and narrowly related to the performance of my official duties or my fitness for office. If I refuse to answer, I may be subject to discipline for that refusal, which can result in my dismissal from this agency. Anything I say may be used against me in any subsequent department charges. Read over that, ask any questions. It basically means whatever you say in here, can only be used for administrative investigation, not a criminal investigation.
Okay.
An example I give, say, Caleb over here committed a crime.
Okay.
So I'm interviewing him here. No matter what Caleb tells me in this room, I can't share with the CID or whoever's doing the criminal. I can't tell them.
Okay.
I can't say anything about his interview. I can't say anything about any evidence I collected. None of that
Okay.
is your protection. The
Gotcha.
reason you have that protection is because we're compelling you to make a statement.
Okay. So, question, like, because I've always heard, like, from what people say, internal affairs call your PVA. When is, like, the PVA? Is that, like, for only criminal, or, like, how does that work?
PVA is criminal.
Okay. Because that's what everybody's always said, like, when in doubt, call your PVA. If you're being questioned by IA, call PVA. That's why I don't know how this whole IA thing works.
IA is just administrative stuff.
Okay.
We're talking about policy. It should say on that sheet. We're talking about policy and rules and stuff for Richmond County. It has nothing to do with criminal. But that's there that if you were, like Trey said, if you were to say something or admit a criminal act, or like while we're questioning you about what we're going to talk about, we can't go, oh, you just said something criminal, let's run up and take it somewhere. No.
Okay.
That Garrity is
Gotcha.
what protects you.
Okay, I've heard of
that.
Garrity, but, like, I've only heard, like, oh, yeah, the Garrity warning. I've never, like, been explained it before.
Yeah. The only thing you have to do is answer everything truthfully and honestly.
Okay.
Because if it turns out that we find out that you're lying, one, it says you could be charged. Two, it's going to run you from any test, like pretty much ruins your career as an officer.
Yeah.
Because then you're on the Brady list.
Yeah.
And the Brady list is like the defense gets a hold of this and says, oh, Allison Walker has been proven to lie in an investigation, therefore she can't be used as a witness for the state.
Yeah.
Ever.
Okay. Yeah, I remember we learned about that in the academy.
And so that pretty much ruins your career.
Okay. I need to sign this.
Sure.
I should have used the bathroom before I came in here.
You can do that.
Can I pee real quick? I can go ahead and sign this then.
Okay, so this is your second time coming back. All right. So first time we preached truthfulness and being honest, and so this time around, if you weren't honest on any of the first interview, this is your chance to make it up. This is your chance to come forward and let us know.
All right, we're back, and it is 3:42. So, the form. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Pretty clear with it?
Yes, sir.
Got it? Okay. First off, you're assigned to CID, obviously.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in CID?
May 2nd, I got promoted.
Okay. And you're in which side?
Violent crimes.
And which shift?
D shift.
Okay. And who's your immediate supervisor?
Treador.
And then after him, it's...
Madden.
Okay.
Lieutenant Madden.
And who do you work with? Who's your partners?
Stephen Brown and Fuson Manga.
Okay. Been in CID since May. How long you been on the department?
3.5 years. January 20-something will be 4 years.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
All right. What we're here about is a possible. It's about a potential possible relationship between you and Captain Beckman. So, tell me about your relationship with Captain Beckman.
He was somewhat like a mentor. Because I put in for all these classes to come to CID, and then I showed my initiative on scenes, try to prove myself, and I had multiple people in my corner, McNeil and stuff like that, and then I did 3 interviews, I think, took the investigator test 3 times, did 2 interviews, and I felt like I wasn't given a chance and then I would message Captain Beckman, and then also McNeil, and like multiple people asking if I have a shot and all that, and that's pretty much it. Kind of like a mentor.
Yeah, so he's somebody that you would, if you had a question about CID,
Mm-hmm.
you would text him.
Yeah.
Or
And I have really bad testing anxiety
he's
too.
a supervisor in CID,
Mm-hmm.
you want to make
Yeah.
sure he knows you have an interest in
Yes.
coming to CID.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to have somebody to bounce questions off of.
Yes. Like,
Um,
what could I do better? What classes they recommend. And I know Major Young told me 3 classes I should take, and I did those. And I just trying to, like, basically I don't want to say look better than other applicants, but basically look better, stick out, basically.
Yeah.
So I would ask them for advice and all that.
Yeah. Any outside of work relationship? Did y'all hang out socially?
He watched my dog for me last minute because I didn't have a babysitter.
Watched it at
His house. I went. Yeah, I was. Where was I? I think I was in the mountains with my family, so I didn't have anyone to babysit because my other sister that normally watches my dog, she went to the beach for the weekend.
when was that? If you remember, what month?
It was July. It was
Okay.
the first weekend of July. It was after the 4th, so it should have been July 7th through 9th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He came and picked it up from your house, or did you take it to his house?
Him and his son came and got the dog.
And then how did they bring it? How did it get back to you?
Him and his daughter brought back the dog.
Gotcha. What kind of dog is it?
It's a lab.
I got you.
She's a full-blooded lab. She's so sweet.
Anything outside of work other than that?
You're not going to get in trouble.
No. I
Yeah.
know.
Relax.
So that's why I'm trying to breathe and just relax.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
People are allowed to go to lunch together. People are allowed to talk on the phone. See what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Just try to tell the truth.
No, I am. One time we did go to lunch when I was on day shift. Went to pizza joint. Was it on Broad Street? Whatever street, downtown pizza joint. Because I'm really hard on myself. So like when I came out to CID, I was mad at myself for not knowing, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot of new information.
Yes, and I'm the type of people, like, I get pissed off at myself for not knowing, but of course you're not going to know when you first do it. So I talked to him about that, asked for advice, and he's like, you're not going to know this, and you just gotta realize that and just do the best you can, like you did on the road. Because I had some pep talks from even LT about my confidence and stuff like that. So, and it's normally pep talks like help me perform too.
Right. When y'all went to lunch then, do you remember what month it was? Maybe?
Probably June.
Because
I was on day shift.
Were you working that day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was just grab by to eat. We were during shift, yes sir.
Gotcha. Any other times you can think of outside of work? Any other times, let's say this, any other times y'all went to lunch together, just the one time?
Probably once or twice at pizza joint.
And both
During work, on
were
day
while
shift.
You were working and he was working. Okay.
Yes sir.
Just y'all together? Just y'all two?
Any times when you weren't working?
Went out? No sir. He did, I buy, and I'll run out to your car and get it.
Do you remember what month that might have been?
I don't.
If you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know. No, sir.
Any other times other than that?
Trying to think. Sorry, I'm really trying to think.
You're fine.
I'm good.
Any other time would you characterize anything as y'all going on like a date? Would you characterize y'all's relationship?
I would say our relationship is more like a mentor. Like friends. We're friends.
You consider yourself friends. No romantic involvement at all?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, do you think he would?
I talked to him about my dad. Because, like, he's a mentor. He's a friend. I talked to him, like, and, dealing with my dad with vascular dementia. I feel like I have a lot on my plate sometimes. And then I just vent, and then I'm like, sorry. Like, if I vent too much.
Now, what I mean by romantic relationship or contact is anything physical.
Keep
Other
it warm.
than I mean, there's people here
Other than
like,
work related.
or like T. Bush, quartermaster.
Okay.
I'm friends with her. Sometimes when I see her, quick little side hug.
The Christian
Innocent.
side hug, I call
There's
it.
nothing there.
Yeah.
I grab her around the shoulder. She's around my back. It's near nobody's rear end. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Just an innocent hug.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Anything other than that.
Anything other than that?
Hmm.
Before I came to CID.
And we're not here to judge.
Yeah.
We're just here to give facts. That's it.
And it's all confidential.
Yes.
I just don't want him getting in trouble, but it's not, I wasn't his subordinate then.
Okay.
I don't remember, I know it was before I came to CID. I know it was nothing sexual. Because that's a big deal to me. It wasn't anything sexual. Trying to think of how it happened.
What happens with sex in a hetero relationship between a man and a woman is they both get naked, and a man with a penis, he gets something called an erection.
It was just like, it was a peck. But I don't remember the set. I don't remember when. Because I felt, I was like, it felt weird after.
Peck on the cheek, peck on the lips.
On the lips.
And in your mind, who initiated?
I think he did. Like, I can't, I'd block stuff out of my mind.
Okay.
And it's like one of those things, oh no, this isn't right. I mean, but that was,
Prior to you coming to see
mhm.
Anything other than that?
No, sir.
Um,
Like I said, nothing sexual or anything.
okay.
I mean, like the sheriff put out that thing of the consensual agreement. Like, no one says that y'all can't be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
Yeah.
If
No,
y'all,
I know.
If y'all were.
No.
You just can't be underneath him.
Yeah, no. No. I have, so I'm talking to someone, so no. That doesn't work in this agency. Let me just clarify that.
So, like, you haven't reached out to him, or y'all talked about stuff that would be inappropriate through phone chats, anything like that goes too far beyond the mentor friendship.
Can you elaborate on that?
You're an adult. You know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
I meant
is it dirty talking? Is it
No.
Is it like
So I don't like dirty talk. That's not my thing. Like stuff like that makes
Photos
me
being
uncomfortable.
sent?
Oh no, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't even drink. I don't do any of that. So I don't do photos or anything.
because dudes are known to send some dick pics.
Yeah, no.
Or
I wouldn't if a guy ever, I would not be friends. I would not continue a talking relationship because that's crossing the line. I couldn't be friends with someone that did that.
Okay. I mean, that's the extreme. But,
Yeah.
But the other stuff is hey, I want to be with you. You to him or him to you. Hey, I want to be with you. Hey, I can't wait to see you. I love when you get to CID. Just that, all that, talk, the banter. Is it do y'all have that?
I mean, we're can you say that again? Sorry, my anxiety is through the roof right now.
You've been in a relationship with a guy, right? Y'all have had conversations. That's all we're asking is has there been any conversations, text, phone calls, chats, whatever, where y'all are talking about stuff that's not work related, not mentor related stuff hey, I can't wait to see you. Hey, you're sexy. You to him or him to you. Just that kind of that talk to where it could lead to something potential in the future.
In the past, yes. And then I told him, I was we can't have a relationship. I want to come to CID. CID is your baby. So.
Okay. So he was initiating that. I mean, did you go along with it and then realize, shit, what am I doing here?
Yeah. I'm really trying to remember.
Is it his, how would y'all do it? Your cell phone and his cell phone? He's got, 2 phones. I know he's got a counting phone and his personal one.
Yeah. It would text.
do you know which of the phones he uses to text you?
I think his personal. Yeah. Yeah, it was his personal.
So how long ago was that, roughly? Before you got in CID?
Mm-hmm.
Has there been anything after you got in CID?
We would hug each other afterwards.
But, conversations or anything? Have you kept any of the texts?
Mm-mm.
can we see your phone, and it's strictly just to see your anything branded wise. We're not going to look through your phone. You can show it to us yourself. Is this an Apple?
Yeah.
I don't know how to. You'll have to show us then, because I don't have.
Pull up just the messages from him, or to or from him. We don't care about messages to or from anybody else.
Okay.
Are you one of those people that never deletes text messages?
No, I delete them when they make me uncomfortable. Or I delete some.
Because I'm the type that cleans mine up. But I know people who never delete a single one. So when you ask them for something, they're like scrolling and scrolling
Yeah.
and scrolling and scrolling.
So I don't have any recent messages on him for that one.
Like, do you use? Is it always text messages, or do you like Snapchat, WhatsApp, any of that stuff?
I had that, but not with him. I won't do any of that with him.
Where's your message board? Does Apple have that? I don't. Fucking
What's a
know.
message board?
I'll show you what I'm talking
A
about.
message board.
Like I said, if I pull up my text, it shows like these conversations.
Okay.
Yeah, on Apple phones, when you click the message thing, it shows like that.
Yeah. Oh, you have an Apple?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm over here looking at her, like trying to see how to do it.
It shows like there's where you texted me today, so I still have you as your old CID car number and Caleb.
Gotcha.
So it shows the name, and if I don't have the number saved in my phone, it just shows as the phone number. But then you just scroll and look.
It makes me nervous. You're over there, like could be deleting stuff.
I'm scrolling.
Put it over here, face down. Let me. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just I feel better if I see it.
No, you're fine.
You can scoot the chair up.
Okay.
Yeah. Just scoot it up and sit your phone and do your scrolling there. There you go. She does keep
Is there a search function for it?
There is. That search bar right at the top, you can type a name in it, and it should go to them.
Do you have a nickname for them?
And there's none.
That's the number I text.
Okay. Fine. What about recent phone calls? Let me see.
Hey, what number? Pull the number up so I can see which
I
one.
don't have I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
Yep.
Does it show the call log? I just look at it like this.
I talked to him yesterday to see if he can cover my specials for when I'm in training for September.
Okay.
Talked to him Tuesday about FTO because I asked him about sink or swim because I've been in sink or swim for I feel like a while.
Oh God, you do keep everything. I'm not even. I didn't even notice. I swear, I'm not. I'm only curious about what this alleged relationship is.
8:10. I don't know what that was about. And then 8:9. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Have you heard any rumblings about you and him having some relationship?
No, this is the first.
Because obviously somebody gave us some information and
Yeah.
we have to follow up on it.
Yeah.
And it's up to us tonight. We don't take rumors. We're more interested in facts.
Yeah. Obviously, investigations. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because, if you've been up there, it don't take long to be up there. Rumors fly everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain people that's all they do is talk
Yeah.
about crap they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's us to figure out whether the crap they're talking about is true or not true.
Yeah.
Is all it is.
Yeah, and like I said, like, this was like before CID. And then I told him, I was like, CID is your baby. I don't want, you know,
Let me ask you
just
this.
like
Did
it's
you,
Major's baby.
right. Did you ever feel any pressure to have any type of relationship as a condition of coming to CID?
No, sir.
Have you,
If that was the case, then I wouldn't have busted my butt. Like, if I thought that was the case, I wouldn't have busted my butt taking all these classes, like going ahead and do the investigator's job on scene before they got there. Like, I would already canvass the area and stuff like that.
have you ever felt any pressure since you've been in CID to start any type of relationship as a condition of staying in CID?
No, sir.
Do you know what's going on in Brandon's life, personal life? Have y'all talked about that?
I know he's going through a divorce.
Is he is
And I asked, like, because I asked if he's okay. Just, you know.
is he someone, or are you someone in his life that he confides in, that like talks about his relationship issues, or if he's even having issues?
Not like he doesn't tell me what's going on and all that. He works, I get him to work my specials for me when I can't do them. Because he says he needs extra money. Because when he sent out that email, he accidentally hit reply all, and it says I need this money from the divorce. So I always ask.
I did get that email.
So I always ask him, I'm like, do you want to work a special for me?
I do remember that. Because I remember replying, hey, you realize you hit reply all to this.
Do you think since you've been in CID that you've received any preferential treatment?
I don't think so.
Do you think you've been treated worse than anybody else?
No, sir.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like you said, investigations. It's
Yeah.
nothing different. If you are in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
like, the form needs to be signed,
Yeah.
and y'all need to go elsewhere.
Yeah. No, we're not in a relationship.
Because that's what would... the form is there to protect you. Because the form is kept by who? Us.
Yeah.
And nobody sees it.
Yeah.
Rumors are one thing.
Yeah.
And we try to get ahead of anything that is said. But it's like, it got to the point where it's like, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard it. I haven't heard anything.
Are you do you speak to Brandon about, you said like FTO stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, what does that mean?
So, like, Stephen Brown's a good FTO. Okay, I'm only talking bad about people.
It stays in here?
Okay. So, he's a good FTO. It's just, he's like, I'm the type of person, if you're all time, you're like, I'm here, shift starts at 8:30, I'm here at like 6:30 to 7, every shift. So I can get my stuff done and all that. And then Steven's like, never on time, and then never does my DORs on time.
Did he like call you and tell you like where he's at?
Who, Steven?
Steve, like if he's not on time?
No, never. He'll like, he told me recently how he helps take care of his daughter because his wife works. I think she works from home or something's going on. But like sometimes like I barely see him in the office. But he calls out for like the simplest things. But like, I'm like, when am I going to be done with FTO? And I asked him that one time because my dad's excited. He wants, and I was like, Daddy, I don't want to celebrate until like it's official. And he's like, well, Stephen was like, what did he say?
You're that cold?
I'm that cold.
Did you see your teeth shining?
You can feel my hands. They're
I
like,
don't even have a jacket in here anymore.
It's
I'd
fine.
give you
It's
a
fine.
jacket.
It's fine.
I want to have a sports jacket. You want a sports jacket?
I'm fine. Like my hands are ice. That's why I always have a heater at my desk. But when I asked him, I was like, when is FTO going to be over with? And then he's like,
Listen, I can't sit there and like watch it.
And watch her shiver. She looks really uncomfortable.
I mean,
feel my hand.
She looks really.
I wish I.
And when your teeth are chattering, I feel bad now.
It's fine. Like feel my hand. It's ice cold.
It is cold.
It is. I can't.
I got this.
Okay, thank you.
You can put it on like a blanket or however you want to put
Okay, I'll
it.
do that.
I mean, I would love to be my teeth.
No, it's
chattering.
horrible. It is horrible. Like,
Do you
Well, I'm fat.
Do you
Those
think-
burn some calories.
do you think you're being taught properly and given the information for you to be successful in CRD?
like he's a great FTO when he's there, and he's like I said, we've had talks for confidence and they've helped, but it's like there's some nights to where I barely see him. I mean, I do see him, but there's like I said, there's some nights where I barely see him. He's like, oh, I was in my car when he strolls in like past midnight because he's like, because I didn't feel good. But I mean, so like, and then he waits the last minutes to do my DOR. So I have like, and then when I asked about where I was at in FTO, what did he say? Like, I don't put a time limit on it or whatever. And then, because you never know. And then I was looking at my DORs. What really bothered me is that there was one day he wanted me to interview his suspect or something. And I was literally throwing up in a trash can. And I was like, I was hugging my trash can at my desk. You know, it's Terry Gore and all that. And then, but yeah, I stayed at work. And so he gave me like a 1 or a 2 for that because I didn't interview the suspect. And that's what rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, dude, like you see me throwing up in the trash, but yet you would call out if you were throwing up. And I think I was in day 7 of sink or swim, or who knows, and still, like, I haven't been told anything. And then I read one of the DORs, did not get a call out, so not counting as an observation day.
There's other things you're responsible for when you don't have a call out.
Yeah, and I've been working on
catch
my.
up on your notes.
That's what I do, and that's what I do, and we
you're
help.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I would still do a DOR.
I mean, I would look
Well,
at
he did a DOR, but it said in the comments it said not counting as an observation day.
Did you go to the supervisor, Treator, right? You said Treator, yeah, Treator or Madden, and let them know, or
Because I don't want Steven to get in trouble.
gotcha.
Because the fact that because I feel like I'm walking on the eggshells around him sometimes. Because the fact that he gave me like a 1 or a 2, I think it was a 1, for not interviewing a suspect when I literally complained how I felt sick and I was thrown up in the trash can.
Going forward, do you think y'all can work together?
Oh yeah, like he's a great investigator. He's a really good investigator. But it's just like I don't even like want to ask him when am I going to be up or when I'm done because of what he said before. Because he was basically bringing to the point like about you being in a hurry with your gold badge, and I'm like I never mentioned that. Haskins mentioned that because he hasn't before I know he just took the test, but he's like they won't give me a test and I've been out of FTO for this and I just want my gold badge. I've never asked about that. I know Haskins was making a fit about it. So
Is Haskins like on the opposite shift?
He's on the opposite rotation, yeah. He's with Manakee and Reese. But like, I've only asked him once about when do you think I'll be finished. And he's like really excited about that.
Did you and Hoskins start at the same time or not?
He started, because I started on a Tuesday, I think. He started that Saturday, the Saturday before me.
So you started pretty close.
Mm-hmm. We started pretty close. I was out for a week for training for something else, but I think he's been done for a couple weeks. And then Steven's like, I talked to Madden, we extended yours due to the confidence thing.
So he doesn't feel like you have confidence.
Have you just got
That was before, but we haven't talked, like he told me that the day I started Sink or Swim, which I started Sink or Swim, hold on, it was on a Friday, the last Friday we worked. The 11th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I already did 7 days of Sink or Swim.
How many are you supposed to do?
I think he asked Sergeant Walker, I think it was like 5 or 6.5. But I haven't heard anything, and I don't, I don't want to say I'm scared to ask. I just don't want to ask because I don't want him to be like.
You can ask other people besides Brown.
I just feel like
You can ask Treador or Madden.
Yeah.
I know you can ask Madden.
Yeah. I just don't want to sound like a bother in a way, you know.
I mean, well, here's the other thing. Are you? And this is where it gets tricky. If Brandon is your mentor, because he is in effect, obviously, your captain at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you telling Brandon about this stuff and not Madden or Treador?
No, I don't. I just I vent. I don't say. I basically say I just want to know because I said my dad wants to know when I'm going to finish. I just want to know.
Because that's tricky.
Yeah.
Because that becomes a chain of command. And people get upset. Some people don't.
Yeah.
But then some people are like, I'm all about the chain of command.
Mm-hmm.
You better not jump. Like, you're jumping over two people.
Yeah. No, I don't go by like, oh, hey, Steven's doing this and this and this. No, I don't do that. I just sit back and I watch.
About venting.
Okay.
I would do chain of command just because you're in
Yeah.
the FTO phase.
Yeah.
And I would always do chain of command. That's my personal advice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
make you do that. And I mean,
You need somebody to vent to. And you will find that person in CID for you.
it's just hard. If
But
Brandon's the normal person that you vent to, which is fine,
Mm-hmm.
except in this case, he's the captain.
Yeah.
And he may feel like he's got to do something. I ain't speaking for Brandon. I'm just,
Yeah.
like, you know, he is in a position to do something.
Yeah.
That's why it's tricky.
Yeah.
I would say I would try to avoid that.
Okay.
Um,
That makes sense. Yeah.
and just to make sure, like, no one could ever come back and say, you're jumping chain of command.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know if that has
Yeah.
happened or not, but
But
I've been in situations personally where I, you know, like, oh, well, they were just right there. I was at a scene. I just asked them, and then
Yeah.
they came back and got all
Yeah.
up in my face. But why did you ask the captain? You know.
Yeah.
I think it was Pat.
In the times that I wanted to ask Steven, he wasn't even there at work.
But I mean, and that to
So,
me, that's
and then
an
when-
issue. Like, you should be telling, you're his trainee. You should be telling you, like, wherever he's at. I mean.
And then, like, when I do see him, it's a call out. Like, we got a call out to go to.
Would you feel better if you were with somebody else?
I mean, I like my shift. I don't know. Like I said, he's a good investigator. He's smart.
You could be a great investigator, but
Yeah.
a sucky FTO.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm almost out of it, so, I mean.
Because some people are very great teachers.
Yeah.
I had Bill Walker when I was in CID, and he was my FTO, and he was great.
Yeah.
He was like,
I did my
always-
first crime scene with him. It was
He explains and he listens well.
Barton Village, yeah. He's the one that taught me about canvassing. And ever since then, I started canvassing.
So, but some people are great at that, and some people don't have. They just expect you to pick it up.
Yeah. And he helps. He explains everything. But it's just like, I let them sticky notes about notes and to get done for me and all that. And it's just, everybody was right about the notes thing. Like, you'll be waiting forever for notes from him.
Well, yeah, I mean, just
Sometimes he
notes
does them.
at CID.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Notes at CID sucks. But see, again, Bill Walker, when I was in CID, if I help somebody else on another case, I was trained, and I still do it to this day.
Do their notes first.
Do their notes first.
That's what Josh taught me. Always, doesn't matter if you have a case, always do the other people's notes first. That's what he taught me. I'm like, all right, that makes sense.
But you won't always get that back.
No.
All right, and I promise you that.
Yeah.
And that's just whoever trained that person, or they just don't know, or they don't care, or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's not always reciprocated. So you feel like everything's fine and you're not getting treated differently. We do have to hit on one thing.
Okay.
So, you said earlier you were out of town July 7th through 9th?
That weekend.
That
yes.
weekend.
I went to the mountains with my family.
And Beckman came over to pick up the dog, you think,
with his son. Mm-hmm.
with his son, and then drop the dog off.
With his daughter.
That's that same weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I left Friday and came back Sunday. Because it was a short trip. We went to Gatlinburg.
When would he have came and picked up the dog? If that July 7th.
I'm sorry, picked up Thursday. Because I left Friday morning. He came Thursday.
July 6th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Him and his son came that Thursday.
Gotcha. Well,
Because I was one of the days. Because I'm trying to think. I was doing the lighting report on because I'm a courtesy officer on one of those days, and I said you're gonna have to wait a minute. I'm doing the lighting report, so I think that was on that Thursday. Wait.
if you're a courtesy officer, some of the places require
Yeah,
you to
check
do,
all. You
like
get your
a
steps
monthly,
in
a monthly report. You just do a little thing about all the lights that are out.
on every single apartment door.
Seems like that'd be maintenance, but all right.
No, they do that as a condition of
Getting
giving
half
you
off the
either
rent or
discounted
whatever.
free rent.
I mean,
You basically, I know I've heard like Ryan or Bill talk about doing it. Some apartment complexes, as a condition of you staying there for either free or half reduced rent, they want you to do like a monthly thing, and you notate what lights are out, if something's broken or it's something like that.
it's worth it. You get 50% off, and then I just answer noise complaints too, marijuana smells. So I mean, it's not that bad.
I did it. I lived in a free apartment.
Okay, where was it located?
When I was on Hickman Road,
Okay.
over near the Bon Air.
Uh.
But all I was required to do was have a marked patrol car and lock the pool every night at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
That was it. That's all they wanted.
And I gotta kick people out of the pool if they're in it past night. Yeah.
Sure.
So
We got this. This is what's
on this is actually June the 8th. What started all this is we were sent that photograph, and I know that photograph just shows a car, but what we were told is that car is leaving your apartment complex, and it is Brandon's car,
Okay.
and you were in the passenger seat, dressed in other clothes than work clothes, and they estimated it was on lunchtime,
Hold on.
around lunchtime on June the 8th, which is a Thursday.
Do you know what time?
No, just lunchtime.
And we're
Okay.
not saying that that's true.
We're
No,
not
no,
saying-
no.
This is what
Yeah.
we're told. This is what we were told.
The only thing that I would have had it in my. Hold on. Let me. Either I'm trying to think it was the time I needed a ride from the shop. Because he has given me a ride from the shop. I wonder if that's. Wait, hold on. Because I can look at the maintenance. Trying to think. Because I normally put it on my phone, or if that's the time that my car, they gave me 3 different CID cars because they all kept taking a crap on me.
Yeah, I mean,
So if it should be logged then, because I know there was, I had to go through literally 3 different cars, and I was freaking out. I was getting frustrated with it. Because then I know the one that Lauren had, when I came to CID, Lauren had my car, and then the battery died. And it was actually the terminal that was completely covered in corrosion. So I had to get that towed. And then so they gave me a silver car, which is Stearman's old car, which was horrible. And that literally stopped when I was driving. It shut off. And then I had to get another car. So but like I said, if it was a service appointment, I normally have it in my phone. I don't have it in my phone, but that has to be the case to where it had to do with when I had to get a car.
so you weren't going on a date.
No, sir.
I mean, y'all could have gone to lunch here. It doesn't matter.
We never went to lunch outside of work.
So, I mean, again, it's
Like I said, that had to been the one from when the cars kept taking a shit on me.
why. And again, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Why does it seem to be that Brandon's your go-to? He's the one that's always coming and doing things for you.
So like he is the only one I try to get, I don't want to say trust, but somewhat trust up here. Because I don't know like anyone else to ask them for favors like that. Before I would have my old partner, him and his wife would help me out. Like I would with my cars and all that. But we're not partners anymore. So.
I mean, is it because of y'all, like, because like there was a potential thing, like, beforehand, you know, like, but you know, when you said no, CID's your thing, y'all just kept friends.
We stayed friends. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, is it that why? I mean, like, the trust, the friendship, because it just looks bad, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, no, I get how it looks. I get it.
It looks bad for both of you, like for both, because we got some random photo that some anonymous source sent us saying that what we just said to you.
Yeah,
I mean, that is the truth, because
Basically,
that's all we're
they
saying here.
sent us this photo and said they know it's your apartment complex.
yeah,
And because your personal car and your work car were nearby, that car pulls up, you come out, get in the passenger seat, and the car leaves. And that's when they took the photo.
like I said, it had been the time with the car, changing out the cars,
And just
or going to pick up the car from the shop. I don't.
and everything is confidential. And
Yeah.
just to let you know, we won't reveal the anonymous source.
Yeah.
But I know you say nobody that works
Yeah.
at Richmond County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
So, I mean, don't think somebody's spying on you,
Yeah.
okay? Because, again, we tell the truth in here. Yeah, it was an anonymous source. Nobody that works here. So, but, you know, there's a lot of people out there that know cop cars.
Yeah.
I mean, drug dealers. I mean, like, anybody that's ran across a cop car. So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of is with my patrol, not my patrol car, doing with my the CID cars, because that was literally a nightmare. And now my car, I'm in a spare again. So.
So no. To sum up, and we're concluding here. Not in a relationship.
I have to pee again. No, sir.
Y'all had something prior to you coming up here, and by something meaning
Nothing sexual.
constant conversations, maybe some no photos exchanging.
Correct.
But conversations that could have be more than friendship, but was cut off.
Correct.
The peck on the kiss was the only thing, and that was it.
And that was before you were in CID?
Before I was in CID.
Okay.
And you got the mental relationship is the relationship you view now.
I thought you said mental. You said mentor.
Mentor. And you don't feel like you're getting preferential treatment or biased treatment for or against you.
Correct.
Okay. So, and this photo is car troubles that you're thinking of.
That I think of. Like I said, we've never gone to lunch outside of office hours.
And
not even dinner or anything.
Pizza joint was the one time.
Two times.
2 times.
2 times.
While you were in CID, or is this before?
When I was in CID.
But you were dressed in
Yes,
CID
we dressed in
clothes.
CID clothes. Both of us were.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we checked your phone, nothing there. Anything
Y'all make me
else?
feel like I need to go through my messages because I'm the one that never deletes a message. And you're
You
saying,
don't. I delete mine every night.
Well,
I wonder
there's
if that's
some I do.
why my phone has been going slow.
It could.
Because my phone has deleted some important messages that I needed, and then it just. I'm getting the new iPhone. It comes out September, by the way.
the last thing that I want on record, okay, and this is important that you stay by this rule.
Yes, sir.
I know he's your mentor, but nothing that we talk about in here needs to go any further than here.
Yes, sir.
You want us not to do that
Yes, sir.
and go and tell everybody.
No.
We expect the same from you.
Correct.
And because, I mean, you're an investigator, you should already know. We're going to have to talk to Brandon.
Yeah.
But if we find out that you are speaking with Brandon,
Yeah.
and then Brandon lies to us or tries to cover up or whatever, then you're both screwed.
Yeah.
So just don't talk to him.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I had to go there. We talked to him. If you have to, because he's your captain. But yeah, I spoke with it was, I was there. There was just an administrative investigation or whatever that I can't discuss right now.
Okay. And it doesn't get announced that someone goes to IA, right?
No.
The only thing that's going to happen is Caleb's going to send an email so you get paid because you came here on your day off.
Okay.
So you get paid.
Oh, dang. Okay.
But no specifics. It's just going to say
So we can go a little longer. I'm just
she
kidding.
was here. She was here from this time to this time, and you need to adjust her pay. We're not going to tell them what it's about.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Okay.
So that being said, what
And people, I don't know if somebody saw you walk in.
Okay.
There could be, because people are nosy.
Yeah.
They could see, hey, you weren't working yesterday, but I saw you walk in the building. What were you doing?
Gotcha.
There's nothing wrong with saying none of your business what I was doing.
Yeah.
That may sound like a jerk thing to say, but it really is none of their business what you're doing. You don't have to tell them anything.
Yeah.
We ask that you not say, oh, I had to go to IA because somebody said I was messing with Brandon.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want
what
no
we
one knowing
don't.
I was in IA.
Yeah.
Yeah, what time did you get the call? How long did it take for you to get here? Because I'd give you the time that it took you to get
First
here.
off, were you done?
Yeah.
All right, this to conclude the interview, and it's 4:29 p.m.